All right, guys, topic title for today is Daily Success Routine. Training number 234. Put yourself in a position to take notes. I am going to do a share screen. If you guys are live right now on the Instagram or the Facebook or the YouTube, just go to my Instagram, Brandon Boyd Official, and I'm going to get you guys a copy of this today. I'm going to show you how to get it. But I talked about this in Palm Beach. I want to talk to you guys about today. For those who weren't there, you weren't able to see the live stream or be there in person. I talked about the daily success routine, what it takes to be successful in life, to be happy, to have peace, to be successful with trading, to be successful with the business building side, okay? And the first thing I want to talk to you about, I just wanted to share this, and I had originally got it from John C. Maxwell. He said, successful people do daily what others do occasionally. Think about that. Successful people do daily what others do occasionally. Here's the reality. Successful people and unsuccessful people, they both don't like doing the same things. Successful people do them anyway. That's the difference. There's days I don't want to be here. There's days I don't want to go to the gym. There's days I don't want to take my kids to school, pick them up and take them to practice at 10:30 at night. I do it anyway. Daily rituals, routines, and habits, right? It's doing those things every day. You don't operate based upon feelings and based upon, you don't forget the feelings, right? Take action. It's the habits. It's what you cultivate every single day that pushes you through all the days you don't feel like doing it. So I want to start off with just a couple questions as we get going here. And I want you guys to answer them in the chat, the comments, whatever you want. Just drop it inside there. Number one, what is worthy of your total focus today? What is the number one thing that is worthy of your total focus today? Go ahead and write that down. It could be your kids. It could be your spouse. It could be your business. It could be your health. For some of you, everyone's in a different situation. Right now, some of you, maybe it might be, hey, you know what? My health. That's a number one thing that's affecting, or my spirituality, my relationship. Some people's relationships are on the rocks. All of a sudden, nothing else matters in their life except that relationship because they're about to lose it, or they're about to lose their health. They're about to lose their job. They're about to lose their business. You see what I'm saying? What is worthy of your total focus today? You got to target what you desire the most. Number two, identify and eliminate distractions. This one's huge. I don't care if it's your cell phone, if it's Netflix, whatever it is. What is the major distraction of your life? Go ahead and drop it inside the chat. Drop it in the comments. What is the number one thing right now that you feel is keeping you? Because here's the thing. Sometimes our distractions are our greatest possessions because we won't give them up. Let me repeat that. Sometimes our distractions are our greatest possessions because we won't give them up. Some people love their cell phone more than they want success, right? So identify and eliminate distractions, because the only reason that men and women fail is broken focus. You got to have laser focus. You got to be consistent. It takes laser focus on something to become elite, to become phenomenal at what it is that you do. That's what it takes. Number three, who do you want to become? I get asked all the time, what's your nutrition program, workout program, trading strategy? All those questions are good. They're not bad questions. The question is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Because success is not to be pursued, right? It is attracted by the person we become. Who do you want to become? What are you willing to give up to see it become a reality? You know, at Palm Beach, I talked about how in 2004, I gave up watching TV. The TV is the television, right? Tells the vision of your life. Now, I'm not telling you guys, you got to give up TV. That's not what I'm saying. All right. So don't take me wrong. I'm not saying all TV is bad. All right. I'm not saying all video games are bad, but some people, they got the video game. In 2004, I gave up video games. My PlayStation actually sold it on eBay. I gave up TV. Now listen to this. Okay, listen to this. That year, 2004, is the last year I've worked a job. 2004. That's a long time ago. Okay. I can tell you, I would not be where I'm at today had I not gotten rid of those distractions. TV was a distraction. The video games were keeping me from my goals. That's pretty powerful. What that means is I've gone 18 years taking care of my 6 children in my marriage from giving up those things. I promise you it would have never happened that year. Had I held on to those things, it would have never happened for me. I gave it up because sometimes you have to give up in order to go up, right? I know that sounds cliche, but sometimes we have to give up in order to go up to that next level, right? So that's number 3. Number 4 is you got to visualize your goals, your dreams, your desires. See, without vision, people perish. That's what the good book says, right? Some people have sight that gets you to the weekend. Most people don't have vision. See, for me, I consider myself a vision. Like I can see down the road. I keep a picture of where I can see it often. Put it on your phone. Do you know that the average person looks at their phone 400 times a day? When you click on your phone, you open it up. What do you see? What's on the screensaver? What's on the desktop wallpaper? What is it that you see? What's in front of you? What's on your walls? See, I had a dream board when I started in this industry. Every last thing that was on that dream board has been achieved. All of them. And yes, I do have new goals. I was asked about that. They're like, well, if all you achieved, well, then what are you doing now? Obviously, I have new goals. But when I started out, what I put on that dream board, and I was visualizing it every single day. In fact, I had it right in front of me all the time. All of those dreams, all of those goals have come to pass. Both the tangible and the intangible has come to pass. In fact, it's actually been far exceeded. I far exceeded the goals that I had. That's kind of crazy because usually it doesn't work out that way. You typically don't far exceed the goals. It's like, it's one thing to get to the goal. I far exceeded the goals. Maybe I wasn't dreaming big enough, but that's what I had at the time. Okay. And number 5 is you want to be militant about keeping your success routine. Now, a lot of people have thought I was in the military before because I'm such a disciplined person. I have not been in the military, but what I tell people is that discipline equals freedom. See, I restrict myself from certain things because I want a better life. That could be TV, video games, too much fast food, too much soda or soda in general. So I'm militant about keeping my success routine every day. Daily discipline and consistency is the key. Now, a lot of people, when you hear the word discipline, it seems like kind of a negative thing. I can't do this. I can only drink water all day and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying though is that as you have this routine that you're setting for your life, right? When you have this routine you're setting for your life, you got to think about it and say, okay, if I stick to this, what kind of life could I have? If I don't stick to it, then I'll just continue to have the life I have now, which maybe for some of you might already be good. The question is, can it become great? Okay, so I want to go ahead and get into this. And I made an ebook on this. All right, you can go to mastermindwithbrandon.com, mastermindwithbrandon.com, click on books. All right, go ahead and go to that website, and that will actually show you what I do for each of these sections. So first is physical. I do believe that health is wealth. Health is wealth. So the nutrition side, the exercise, the dress appearance, how you dress affects how you feel. It affects all your mental performance because of that blood flow, that energy, that you have higher stamina. Okay. What you eat, you eventually become. Okay. When you exercise, I can tell you this is with 100% transparency. Exercise is right up there with prayer for me. And some of you, that's blasphemous. No, it's not. It is so important for me to exercise. It affects every area of my life, just like sleep. I need good quality sleep. I need good nutrition. It affects the way I feel, affects the way I treat people. I need exercise 5 days a week minimum for me. It affects the way that I feel, my self-worth, my self-ideal, my self-image, right? It makes me feel better. Therefore, I perform better. My confidence is raised, right? So that's a physical side. And I'm not going to give you specifics, so you should go do this and that. You just need to have physical activity, okay? Spiritual. This one's big because we are spiritual beings, okay? So the thing that's changed my life, when someone says, well, what's that one thing? Of course, anybody can say, well, my relationship with God. But let me tell you something. There's plenty of people on this earth. They have a relationship with God. They believe in God. They don't necessarily believe God. They don't keep the commandments, but they believe in God. But the reality is this, they're still depressed. They still have anxiety. Here's what I'm saying. Personal development is the number one thing, coupled with God, that changed my life. At the age of 19, I was given a book and then some audios. I've listened to personal development ever since. I'm turning 42. It changed my life. Okay. Mindset, meditation. If you meditate or pray, whatever it is, it's basically that time to think, that time to communicate, having gratitude. You realize that gratitude, and I'm going to make a very bold statement right here that some of you may not agree. And if you don't, go ahead and unfollow me. What you think about, you bring about. Gratitude is the key to happiness. Now, some people say, yeah, but no, that's not true. Having a relationship with God is happiness. That's not true. There's plenty of people who have a relationship with God. They are depressed. They are angry. They are bitter. Thankful people are happy people. Period. Okay? Every day I look at my daily affirmations, my declarations. I'm declaring over my life what is about to happen in advance. 2 times a day, I repeat my I am statements, that I am happy, I'm grateful, I have a home, I have this, I get to do that. I don't have to go to the gym, I get to go to the gym. I don't have to go to work, I go to work, right? Like I get to go to work. So I have to go. I have to go to the gym. I don't have to see my kids, right? These are things you get to do. Look, I can tell you, people in these other countries, Russia, Ukraine, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I took those things for granted, right? We take the things for granted that come very easy to us on a daily basis. We need to declare in advance. We need to be grateful. We need to repeat it to ourselves every single day. Now, the work part. You know what? I think some people, and we spend the majority of our lives working, whether it's working jobs or businesses or whatever. So this part of our life is very, very important. And I think that it makes it, some people are like, I don't want to have to work. If you don't work, you will get depressed because happiness comes from progress. So it's important for us to be working, focused work, efficient work, working hard, being the hardest worker that you know. Now, of course, you want to work smart, but you want to be a very hard worker. What Brian Tracy says is work all the time you work. He didn't say work all the time. He said work all the time that you work. That's what he said. So when you're working, make sure that you're focused on that. Guys, you only have so many hours in a day. You have only so many years to live. In fact, if you actually add up all the time outside of work and your personal time, you realize you only have 8 years to live, right? 8 years to live. That's not very long. Okay. So when you are working, make sure that you make the work count. That is key. Make sure that you make the work count. When you are at work, is your mind back home? When you are at work, are you just scrolling social media? Are you just watching YouTube videos? Now, am I saying if you're at work for 8 hours, you just need to be busting it for 8 hours? I'm not saying that. Obviously, you need times for break. But when you're there, you're busting it, right? You're getting stuff done. I can get done more in 1 or 2 hours than people do in 8 to 10 hours, okay? Because I get focused on what I do, I set aside distractions, and I work until I get the stuff done, okay? This one right here, family time. Now, some of you may not have family, but maybe you have siblings. Maybe you have a mom, a dad, a both. Maybe you have a child or two. Maybe you have a spouse. For me, family time. Do you know what time spells? In fact, it's actually what love spells, T-I-M-E. Love equals time. Like that's how you spell it. Love equals time, and time becomes love. Let me ask you guys a question. How much time are you spending with your family? Think about that for yourself. Or are you so busy trying to rank up? I'll wait till I hit the rank, then I'll start spending time with you. Really? You'll get divorced by the time that happens. Okay? You'll lose the relationship with your kids. The family is the most important part. We came here to this earth in families, okay, spiritually. All right? It is the most important part of your life. Now, am I saying that you should sit home for 8 to 12 hours a day spending time with your family? I don't think that that'd make most people happy either. Most people. Because we become unproductive. We're sitting around. But family time is extremely important. All right? Why are you doing all the work? It's to take care of your family. When I build the business every day and I trade, it's to provide a wonderful life and opportunities for my wife and my children. All right. So that family time is important that I invest into them. I take all 6 of my kids on a date every week. I take 2 at a time typically. I've done that for 11 years. That's a long time. That's 3 dates a week. Plus, listen to this. I take my wife on a minimum of 2 to 3 dates every week, 2 lunch dates a week and a night date. That is 3 dates a week. Think about it. That's a lot of dates. Some of you are like, man, I haven't been on a date in like 6 months. Well, let's look at the state of your relationship. That may tell. Family time, very, very important. Okay. And then the networking side. So this is the business side of what I talk about. So communication, talking to people, prospecting, doing marketing on social media, the follow-up part. Hey, how'd you like the video? What'd you like best? The customer service part, because there's gonna be emails and notifications and questions. That's part of my routine every day. I spend a couple hours a day working on the networking part. And then this last part that I want to cover with you is the trading part. So for those who specifically are into trading, this part is going to be very important, okay? As part of the daily routine. This is timing, analysis, risk management, execution, consistency. I'm going to break this down. On timing, you choose your preferred market session, whatever works best for you. Because I get asked all the time, is it Asian? Is it London? Is it New York? Whatever session works best for you, that's the best session. For myself in my personal life, yes, the New York session works the best. The London session doesn't work for me because I'm asleep during that time. But for my team in Europe, the London session is great. It'd be almost like them for like the New York session, okay? So the timing is you choose what works best in your schedule to where you can still be with your family. You don't have to get in the way of your normal work and stuff like that. Now, the analysis part, this is important. Know your strategy. You know what the problem with so many people is? They don't even know their strategy. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. They don't even know their strategy. They're just trying to find the latest, greatest secret, the latest, greatest strategy. It's not the strategy. It's like when a person said to me today, he goes, hey, those things don't work. I said, it's not that those things don't work. It's that people don't work. All the strategies work. It's that people don't apply it with proper risk management and execute on a daily basis. Truth bombs, hashtag truth bombs, drop mic out of here, right? That's the reality. It's not just the strategy, okay? Risk management. In 7 years of trading, I've never blown an account. Now, to be transparent, I've been very close. I looked at the screen and I was like, oh my gosh, it's getting close. I've never blown an account. And here's what I can tell you. Here's the reason why. Is because I've been very careful with my risk percentage, risk management. You want to choose a percentage risk per trade. Typically for myself, and this is in most situations, I'm going for 1% per trade. 1% per trade or 1% per day, 1 to 2% per day, depending on your trading strategy. Some of you might be a swing trader. Others might be scalper, day trader, whatever, okay? Some of you are trading for a few minutes at a time. I'm going for 1%. I would have to blow too many trades in order to blow my account. It's just not going to happen because I don't suck that bad. And see, that's actually good news, is that you actually don't have to be super good in order to make money. You can actually have a poor win percentage and still be profitable in trading, depending on what your style is, okay? Execution. Know your trade plan and stick to it. You know, what's easy to do is easy not to do. People who finally get the trade plan, they won't stick with the freaking plan. They go for 4 days, they're winning. They have one bad hour on Thursday. Oh, I'm out. I'm changing my strategy. This doesn't work. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It worked for 4 days, and now you want a whole new strategy. It doesn't work. You won 23 out of 24. I'm just changing the whole thing. Or I'm going to get back at the market. I'm going to risk a higher percentage to make up for that loss. And then guess what happens to your account? Know your trade plan and stick to it. Stop changing your trade plan. Stop changing strategies. Stop changing your risk management. Stick to it. Keep on going. This is so important for you guys to understand. Daily consistency. Are you plugging in on Go Live? My laptop right now, the power cord is plugged into the laptop, into the outlet of the wall. Question for me, for you, is are you plugged in on Go Live? Are you plugged in on my social media? Are you following? Are you practicing? Some are so ready to make money and cover their monthly fee that they just want to go live right now. Now, nobody told me that in the beginning. So I blew $2,200 my first day. Now I have more money than most people, but I blew $2,200 first day. I didn't understand risk management. I didn't understand that you got to just, the trade wasn't going to come back. I was in a sell, and of course it was in a buy. Surprise, surprise. Lost $2,200 my first day. Are you practicing and being patient, getting the strategy down before you do live trading? That's one of the major keys. Guys, if you want this training, if you want the PowerPoint and you want today's video, I have recorded this. This call has been recorded on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and also Zoom. I want you to go to Brandon Boyd Official on Instagram. I want you to go to the DM, hit me up and let me know you want the PDF in the video. I'm going to give you guys a copy today. When it's rendered up on YouTube, I'm going to give every single one of you a copy of today's training. Here's what I believe. What I personally believe is that, number one, I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best trainer. I'm certainly not the smartest. Heck, I was in speech class for 7 years. I got a D in oral. Can you believe I got a D in oral communication? I don't understand that. He said, you're too monotone. You're like Babe Ruth back in 1927, hit 60 home runs. The end. He gave me a D. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the best. You don't need to be. You just need to be the most consistent. You just need to have a routine. You know what most people's routine is? Get up. Here comes another pitiful, predictable day. And then they wonder why they're a victim, not a victor. They wonder why every day is crap. You become a human crap magnet where you're attracting more crap to you. What will separate you from other people is not your bank account. It's not how smart you are. It's not all your friends. What will separate you from everybody else is that you have a routine and you actually stick to it. Because what's easy to do is easy not to do. It's easy to set a routine. It is not easy to stick to that routine. But I believe as you do so, that you guys will win. And after 23 years of doing this, I've been winning for a long time because I got a routine and I stick to the frickin' routine. 28 years in the gym, 1,600 morning motivation sessions, nearly 300 business building trainings, hundreds and hundreds of go live sessions. I have a routine, I stick to the plan, and eventually you will win. Guys, that's my training for you today. Hope you have an amazing day. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll get you the recording. I'm also going to get you access to the PDF. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone.